Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is December 30th, 2020. Happy Wednesday to everyone. So, for those of you that are not aware, a longtime subscriber of all of the Watchdog channels by the name of Mrs. Jarhead, we call her Mrs. J, unfortunately last Tuesday had a severe stroke. She lost use of the right side of her body and was unable to speak afterwards. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Jarhead have been subscribed to all of the Watchdog channels for quite a long time, and many of you know them well. Mr. J is attempting to try to hold down the fort, the farm, feed the goats, and try to keep in touch with Mrs. Jarhead, Mrs. J, while she is currently in the hospital. An update on Mrs. Jarhead that was positive came about yesterday when they ran some tests and determined that she would be able to be moved from the hospital she was in over to a rehabilitation center that would be providing her with assistance on the right side of her body's immobility and her speech. Mr. Jarhead is having to attempt to try to talk to her by phone and by FaceTime when able to because of the illness. Many people are not able to see their relatives for other issues, even if it's not related to the virus. We have a GoFundMe, which you see on your screen right now, that is up for the Jarheads. They're desperately going to need help. This was obviously unexpected, and Mrs. Jarhead has a road ahead that she's going to have to walk and fight through in order to get better, retain her speech, and the mobility of her right side. I know many of you love her and love him, and I wanted to make sure you were aware that this GoFundMe is up. The link will be in the description and also pinned to the top of the comments section if you would like to donate and are unable to make it to the fundraiser that's going to be had on Monday. That's this coming Monday at would be 8 p.m. Central Time. That's going to be over on Degeneration Nation's platform. I will be co-hosting with Degen for the Jarheads to raise as close as possible to the goal as we can. Now, please keep in mind that we know we're aware, very well aware, of how difficult the times are for everyone right now. We're also very well aware that this comes at a very bad time due to the fact that many people have spent a lot of money on Christmas. But this is an absolute emergency. And being that they are beloved subscribers of all the Watchdog channels, and we know that many of you genuinely care about them, we wanted to make sure that there was an avenue for you to help. Any amount will help. For those of you that are able to make it to the fundraiser that Degen and I do on Monday, again, it's going to be on Degeneration Nation's channel, original channel. We will be posting information so that you can set your reminder closer to the actual event. But if you know that you're going to be unable to make it due to the time frame or the day, and you still would like to help, please take a look at the link in the description of this video. It'll take you over to this GoFundMe page, and you will be able to donate to assist Mr. and Mrs. Jarhead. I will be updating everyone on a daily basis as I get additional information on how Mrs. J is doing. One other announcement that I have to make is that I will be taking a break from YouTube over the next few days. I will return next Monday, starting with the actual fundraiser. I will be back full-time next week, but I am taking the remainder of this week to spend some time with family and to deal with some personal issues. So I want to make sure that everybody is aware that this is available for you to assist. I also want to make sure that you guys know that I will be keeping up in the communities tab with the updates on Mrs. Jarhead and anything else that may happen to pop up. And please be aware that the major fundraiser for them is coming up again Monday, 8 o'clock Central Time on Degeneration Nation's original channel. We'll be streaming live for that fundraiser. Hopefully many of the other watchdogs will be able to stream our stream so that we have maximum amount of subscribers that are able to actually see it and are aware that Mr. and Mrs. Jarhead are in need of our help. So anyway, I wanted to just say Happy New Year to everyone. And thank goodness we can say goodbye to 2020 very soon. And I'm sure 2021 will be much better. Thank you, everyone. And everyone, please have a safe and happy New Year.